It's Lucy and Jeff going for walks and talk about banksters and Bitcoin and the apocalypse and stuff. It's Lucy and Jeff and tacos and kisses. How you doing today, Lucy? Oh, pretty good, just going for my runs with Wackums. Here we go. Oh, there's a dog over there. What do you think about human society, Lucy? Well, I don't really pay attention, but I hear what you're talking about. Sounds like everyone's pretty screwed up. Sounds like they should turn off their television programming, eat their tacos, and give their curses. Always good advice, Lucy. Yes, just eat your tacos and give your curses. That's all there is to life. It's true, Lucy. But a lot of people have been programmed and mind controlled and put into 12 years of government indoctrination camps. And they mostly just work their whole lives to go to work, to get their pension, which they're not going to get. And then pretty quickly die, especially if they take the lethal injection. So tons to talk about today. We're going to talk about quite a bit about how just society is just, in general, in the West, is, like, Mexico's not as bad, actually. People in Mexico, for the most part, still know how to enjoy life, still very family-oriented. A good sort of mix of work and not work. But in places like the US and a lot of other places like that, they're, it's just a wreck. And you can see that. And that's a big part of the reason that everything's turning basically to shit. And a part of it is that you hardly hear anyone even talking about anything spiritual anymore. It seems like most people are they're into science. They actually had another religion they didn't even know they had, called statism, which is a religion and a superstition. Most people don't even know they're in that cult. There's actually lots of cults that people are in they don't even know. That's why it is a cult. Where did Lucy and Lucky go? I've totally lost them. I'm like, oh, here they come. Oh, Lucky. Holy cow, you're fast, Lucky. Yeah, I can barely keep up with them. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, that's enough. I'm getting a little old. But because of that, and then, you know, they're working in this like 9 to 5 sort of a thing. Well, first of all, they have to go to 12 years plus 4 more years. We're going to get into all the college stuff of basically communist indoctrination, and don't learn anything. They never once teach you how to like grow your own food. They don't teach you how to like take care of yourself. How to, you know, like one of the main things if you're going to have a school for kids, you know, beyond just learning how to do basic math and read, which kids learn on their own, because yeah, with all the video games and phones and everything, like my kid, my son, just learned it on his own because he was playing video games. He couldn't read what was on the screen. So people are just so lost and so taken away from nature and stuff too, like sitting in those indoctrination camps for 12 years and they barely even go outside, and they mostly just, you know, the parents driving to school and just so disconnected. And they get out and it's all this, you know, just basically slavery. It's under a different name. Not that like a job where someone offers to pay you and you accept it is slavery, but the system itself is quite slavery-like, especially when you include all the income taxes. And so a lot of people just get really lost. And of course they got like no spiritual sort of anything. And so they're like, okay, so we're here by accident and I'm supposed to be a slave all my life. And I'm being put into all these indoctrination camps my whole life. And I have to work in a cubicle for the rest of my life. And I'm just on my phone all day. I don't even go outside anymore. And so a lot of people get like really depressed. So then what do? They go to the guy in the white butcher coat and He gives them he gives them like meth, which is like Adderall and Prozac and all kinds of stuff to like mess your head up. It actually makes you suicidal, makes you want to shoot up schools. And it just goes on from there. Like just so many people, not everyone of course, but so many people are just a total wreck. And you're seeing that in society, so to speak. No one has any principles. And it leads to basically the world we have today. And of course, they've really tried really hard to make it so men aren't men anymore and women aren't women. We're all supposed to be the same, equals. So men have become far less sort of protectors and strong. Women have become more like that, but they're not meant to be like that. They're supposed to be nurturers. It's kind of just the way it was designed. And of course, you can do those things if you want to. But it's really, and you see so many of these women with their little bob haircuts, and they hate the world, they hate men, because they're trying to be like men. And no man wants a woman like that. Or not many, some might. But yeah, it's just a total mess. And it's led to basically the world we have today. We're going to get into that. We got tons of just crazy stuff about how crazy the world is. It's like Jesus said, "And ye shall know the truth, and Twitter shall ban you for it." Yeah, they're censoring everything. Censorship is the tool used when the lie loses its power. Oh, here comes Lucy. I'm doing some runs. Not too hot out today, Greta.
How dare you?
Meanwhile, this is basically what, I saw this image and I was like, that's the perfect image for what society is today. It's the Titanic going down. In general, the society, like Western society for sure, is going down. And your average person's already in the water and all they're doing is taking their Instagram photos of it. Yeah, just turn off your television and live a much more natural life. Grow your own food. Get out of society. And if you're going to use any sort of currency, which is very useful, because bartering is not very, if all you do is you've got a chicken farm that makes eggs, and you need your solar panels to be fixed by someone, through barter, you have to wait until the guy who knows how to do solar panels needs eggs. So currency is very good. And we finally have one. Almost like it's a gift from the universe. It started with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin was hijacked almost from day one. Even Satoshi, when he first started out, he talked about a lot of things that are a lot like Monero. And it's all these developers for Bitcoin, a lot of them are they sold out. They got bought out by Blockstream and the World Economic Forum, actually. But get into private cryptocurrencies, and if you're new to all this stuff, as I mentioned before, there's Lucy and Lucky. They're going for some runs. We got the Crypto Vigilante has a full one-day summit on it coming up on September 23rd, and it's all about basic stuff about cryptocurrencies. And the price goes up every day, so sign up today if you're interested in it. And every day it goes up in price. So suggest you go to dollarvigilante.com/hardware, I believe it is. I think I'll leave it there. Lucky and Lucy are having a great time. And yeah, society's a wreck. Everything's a wreck. It's basically Kali Yuga, as Shunyamurti of Sat Yoga says. And so just enjoy it and do the work on yourself and just be like Lucy. Like I said, every day she sleeps in a nice warm bed. She doesn't think about what's going to happen that day, nothing. She just gets up and she starts going and always gets some tacos. And she goes for runs with Lucky, gets her exercise, and meditates a lot. Like even right now, she's, oh yeah, I'm just meditating right now, just smelling the earth, being present in the moment. And the most important part is, give lots of curses. Without me.